Hey, my people. Alrighty, so where am I right now? You see the blue? I am in Aruba. Let's take a look at this view. Come on now, let's go outside onto the balcony. You're probably wondering why am I wearing a hoodie? I'll explain that in just a moment, but let's take a look at this view first. Like, so beautiful. Do you see how the trees are shaking? The winds are crazy. So I'm currently right now in Aruba at the Rio Antilles, which is the adults only Rio here in Aruba. And I've been here, I think this is day 5. Yes, it'll be tomorrow. So it's 5 nights, 6 days, and I'm here with my god sister. But what I like to do, and I'm wearing a hoodie because I just finished a meeting. Y'all know me. One thing about me is I'm gonna get work done. And not because like work is stifling to me, but simply because I'm not at the full point where I would like to be. And I'm currently rebuilding. And I'm gonna be unapologetic about that. I think a lot of times when people are rebuilding, they're nervous to say like this is a process. And am I distracted and enjoying my vacation less because I'm working? Absolutely not. Me being able to take 1 or 2 meetings only when I'm here, to me, is a privilege that allows me to continue growing myself so I could take more trips like this, to take more vacations. So this is my bathing suit, wearing a one piece today, this orange color. I love it. But being able to take off but only have a meeting, to me, is amazing. And in the future I'll be able to take completely off, and this time has been spent really reflecting on Q1, thinking about how I'm going to proceed with Q2, what I have to do to build back GSD Solutions up to the place that I want it to go and build beyond, right? I want to have a multi-million-dollar business in the next few years with the hope of having $1 billion business, and the ambition, not even hope, ambition. I have faith that it is already ordained for me to have a huge business that helps and impacts thousands of individuals, makes a lot of money to help people with their livelihood, help companies and individuals thrive. But we're not going to go there right now. But I wanted to jump on because I feel like every trip that I've been on, I wanted to come on for a few moments and say some stuff in regards to just what it looks like when you put in the work, right? Faith and focus has been so critical to my success, right? People might see me on social media right now. I've been posting here and there. I haven't really talked about all the trips that I've taken over the last 12 months, but in the last year, I went on a cruise and I went to DR, Turks and Caicos, the Bahamas. I went to Florida a bunch of times for when we went on the cruise, but then I went to Florida for some conferences, some speaking engagements. I also went to Thailand. I'm here in Aruba. I went to Mexico. I went to Vegas. I went to Pennsylvania a couple times. I went to Georgia a couple times, and I've been traveling like crazy. And this was one of my wildest dreams. One of the things that I've always wanted to do was travel, and being able to travel and work, hang out with my family, build relationships, grow myself as an individual has been a wonderful experience, but it would have never been accomplished if I told myself I had to keep waiting, right? And there's a time to wait, but then there's a time to put your words into action of what you want to achieve. So often people say, when I get this, then I'll do that. And it could be yes and, right? I learned this in improv. Yes and. How can we build on what we currently have while also chasing the dreams of where we want to be? And I'm not going to say I'm not going to take a vacation until I can have a meeting-free vacation or a meeting-free trip. That doesn't make sense. I don't know when that day is going to come. I'm going to take my vacation and take my meeting, right? That is how I build upon what I'm trying to do. I'm going to be super mom and spend time by myself in an adults only resort, right? You know what I'm saying? And I think we need to use yes and a lot more often in our lives in order to achieve our goals. It's not just one thing. And then I learned this word that I really love, and I've mentioned it here a few times on my channel. It's called equifinality. So equifinality simply means that you can have multiple routes to one destination, right? So you could go this way, that way, but you're going to end up at the same end goal. And in life, we set our goals of what we want to achieve, who we want to be, how we want to show up, the things we want to do, etc. And we lock in on a path. And sometimes you have to go off of that path, and you think that you going off of that path is going to steer you to a dead end, but actually it's another way to get to that end goal, right? So even a dead end is still an opportunity. You may have needed to walk a little bit more. You may have needed to learn something on that part of the journey. And that's what we often forget. People dismiss the part of the journey, right? The journey is the destination. Life is the process. That is the success. That is what a lot of people are like, I can't wait to get to this moment. And I remember in my early mid-20s, right? I had a mid-20s crisis where, when I was married and, I thought that I had it's like I woke up one day and I was like, dang, when am I going to get to the destination that I've been trying to get to for so long, right? Like, when is somebody going to just take the misery away, take the pain away, take the stress away, take the overwhelm away? And so I could finally start enjoying, why am I not enjoying the fruits of my labor? And I realized in that moment that no one was coming to save me. And depending on how you grew up and life experiences, nature and nurture, all the things, so many things contribute to this, but we often have a belief that at one specific moment, everything is going to become okay. That moment doesn't exist. And you may be watching this right now and you don't believe me, but in a few years, when you have that moment like I did, and you realize that moment is never existing, you always have to be doing, you always have to be growing, you always are evolving, you realize no one's coming to save you and you have to save yourself. You have to make actions that precede you in life, actions that build upon what you're doing. And even if you take a wrong turn, that's okay. It's a part of the process. And that's why one of my favorite books is The Alchemist. He goes all around and everywhere to end up back where he started. And he could have looked at that as wow, why couldn't I just get the straight path? Because the journey is the point. The journey is the destination. The journey is why we are here. So enjoy the journey, love the journey, embrace the journey, have fun on the journey, cry on the journey, laugh on the journey, travel, do the things that you want to do, because no one's coming to save you. The journey is the whole point of us being alive. And you have to have faith and focus when you're doing these things. Lock in. Do what you have to do. If you mess up, all right, that's fine. That's a lesson. Brush it off. Get back up. Try again. So I hope this was 2 cents of motivational piece. I'm going to go back to the beach. It's time for lunch and enjoy my final 24 hours here in Aruba. And I'm going to do another recap vlog, and I've taken some shots. I am clearly not a vlogger. One day I might get there, and that's okay. I trust the process of what I am. This is more valuable anyways. Here's the beach again, so that way you all can feel, right? There you go. There you go. I'm going to give you all a little bit more beach. But yeah, I'm about to head back to the beach and the pool. And I will see y'all in the next video. Keep going. Learn from your mistakes. Do what you got to do. Just trust the process, because that's all there is. It's only the process. It's only the journey. Enjoy. All right. See y'all later. Bye, y'all.